Hello everyone, I'm Kirsty with the Sign Syndicate, and I'm here today to give you a very special video update. So welcome to what I like to call the shit show. As you know, there has been a lot of changes going on in the mob, some real power struggles. And when we say the mob, that's the electric sign component manufacturers and the sign supplier distributors, the Sign Association, and our supposed trade magazines. That was the word that was coined to us when we first started getting involved with them back in 2005. And over time, little by little, that phrase rang so true and the main reason why we came to exist. That is who they are, and that is how they act, and that is who is behind the curtain of Oz. We'll talk more about this in greater detail later in some upcoming podcasts that we think it's time. You heard correct, podcast. So let's fast forward to today's shit show. You ready? It's been entertaining watching the mob brutalize each other from the sidelines, taking sides, rubbing each other out, and boy, how cutthroat it's really gotten over the last several months, from last year to this year. But the best part is nowhere near over. Nowhere near. So pull up a seat, grab a glass of your favorite beverage, and watch the carnage unfold. Over the years, there's been a lot of musical chairs that has been obvious when we go to visit sign shops and to the sign shows. Musical chairs with sign manufacturers and supplier executives. One year, you'll see them at the booth. The next year, you'll see them at another booth. But the common thing you'll hear from them is no matter where they go, who they sell for, this time, their product or LED product specifically is the best. It's better than the last product that they were bullshitting you about from the last company they worked for. We've all been reading and hearing the latest sign supplier consolidation, Grimco buying up this company and that company, Principal buying Transco, Ventex, Aris Graphics, Sloan, and now we have Principal buying Hanley. Or did they really? There's been some rumor, speculation that Grimco bought out Principal. There's a lot out there right now that makes no fucking sense. But here's what we do know from all the acquisitions and mob takeovers of territory. A sign shop, you're being strong-armed and probably you don't even know it. You hear and see the bullshit coming out from our sign association in forms of, ooh, congratulations on the big change in acquisitions on social media, followed by likes and reposts. They'll do it for whatever company is part of the high-paid membership. You have the shit show from our supposed sign trade magazines that are nothing more than brochure rags. They are now about 15 pages thick. 15 pages thick these days. So sad. They have yet to ever report on the going-ons in our industry behind closed doors. Whoever writes them the biggest check for advertising gets to dictate to us, the sign industry, what is and how it should be. What the trend is, there is no true form of journalism from them. The only place for years that has been calling out those individuals in the usual shit show out of sense of duty has been us here at the Sign Syndicate, and we've been doing this for years. So as a sign shop, here is what you're facing. You may not even be able to buy the LED modules you want. You may be buying based on improper information a sign supplier or manufacturer passed on to you to just buy because they just want to sell. You may even thought you were buying was high quality, top tier, but you're not. The truth is, very little quality has gone up when it comes to LEDs right now. We've been observing the quality go down, and of course, price goes up. And up like a bad game of Monopoly. Crappier whites going from constant current systems to constant voltage, going from 18 gauge wire to 22 gauge, using insufficient chips that require more power for more light. What you buy may not outright fail, but you're overpaying for mediocrity. You won't really know unless you compare them to other products. Right now, you're just paying for the name and nothing else. To top it off, you guys, You're now paying for this because there is hardly any competition out there. So as an LED manufacturer trying to dictate the market, what would be their incentive to build better products and lower pricing? The answer is simple. There is none. They run and dictate everything from who carries their products being protected by the Association and Trade magazine, because as we know, money dictates everything. And they're buying, acquiring their competitors, shrinking the market and options. If you think about it, it's really smart. You as a sign shop now walk into a sign supplier, you're faced with fewer choices. A sales staff that knows nothing about what they're selling you only has the sales points that they've been given from a cue card or something that they're literally reading back to you from what's in front of their computer screen. A sales point that some manufacturer came into their sign supplier company, put a dog and pony show on about how their product is really the best. Most of the time, this information that they were fed was nonsensical garbage. The sign supplier staff doesn't know any better, and how would they? Did they do their due diligence, actually compare these products with other products? Probably not. Well, we here at the Sign Syndicate, we do. We've been doing comparisons of neon, fluorescent lamps, and LEDs since 2008. We know who does what and what light source lasts, and we made that public for the electric sign industry, for you all. From our comparison on LEDs, we had a lot of sign companies ask us, based on all our information gathered, who should they use? And at the time, we didn't pick a winner or recommend that because that would have made us biased. But in around about 2015, to cut through all the bullshit, we decided after enough time has gone by to pick a high quality line, and that time from a company they asked, we agreed. It was a good relationship for a while. So for example, currently, what is happening now, we were faced with the same bullshit, the politics of the workplace. In short, we had made enough suggestions to make changes we wanted to see to keep up with the times. Those fell on deaf ears. In some ways, we were also being shortchanged. And they also decided to compete in a lower tier market that was starting to make us look bad. We can't look at a client in the face and bullshit them. We want high quality and nothing else. And that should be the same for you. So we dropped them. We wished them good fortune and decided never again let someone or another company decide our fate and take away our independence, our freedom to dictate our destiny. So we contacted a friend who was a LED engineer, and we developed our very own, taking everything we had learned about what truly works, lasts, and what does not from our years of doing comparisons. We took the best aspects, the best characteristics, delved into high quality, efficient chips, and started BrightON LED, a premium high-end LED product, not low tier. BrightON LED was born from within the electric sign industry for the electric sign industry. No bullshit. We're not looking to be the next big LED product or company. As Eric says, he just wants to build some cool shit. Because there were those out there that tried to hold us back, suppliers and manufacturers. So let's just say there is a lot of drive behind this, and especially to compete. We like competition. In today's market, with the musical product chairs, you're now walking into a sign supplier that is and has been selling several different LED brands in the last 10 years. But this one is better than the last. You know, that little same spiel they always give. It's a game changer, they promise. Want to know how you stump them? Ask them why. Why is it better? Bet you this, they don't know. They're not from the electric sign industry. Chances are they sold power lift gates the month before or sold cars. What is important to them is not important to you or us being in the electric sign industry and trade. Lastly, everyone, do not, and I repeat, do not feel bad for these sign supplier distributors who got cut out from the principal Sloan deal. Okay, well, maybe a few suppliers you can feel bad for. Sign suppliers are part of the mob too. They also have a case history of dictating to sign component manufacturers which sign suppliers they can't sell to based on who their competition is, even when this competition is not close by. Suppliers like N.Glantz and others try to do this to us by contacting some of the manufacturer components we carry. This is the mob, and this is how they play the big game. All right. Look for our podcast, everybody. It's coming out soon, and I can't wait. I'm Kirsty with the Sign Syndicate, and until next time, goodbye for now.